Hello and welcome to Milton High School here for today's field hockey matchup. Mike Wasser bringing the coverage here on BCAM TV as Braintree here on the road. In their road white uniforms, trying to find a way to get back in the win column. It's been a really tough season after such a good start for this team. I think Braintree actually had won their first 4 games of the season before going on a long losing streak. Braintree can get a shot attempt off here. They work it into the attacking side. It's Mincello now on the backhand. Trying to find a way to cross. Slides the pass across. And that one now pinballs back to the 30. Now Milton, who had beaten Braintree earlier in the season. 1-0. The score of that game, that was back on September 10th. So Braintree indeed won their first 4 games, 10-1 over Framingham, 5-0 over Norwell, 8-1 over Weymouth, and then 1-0 over Needham. But then starting with Milton, they lost 1-0, 3-2 to Attleboro, 1-0 to Newton North, before getting beaten handily by Walpole, 10-0. Actually lost 6 straight games, Natick and Brookline, before tying and then beating Weymouth. And then 6 straight losses after that. So Braintree has not won a game since Weymouth on October 6th. And this is their last regular season game. This game being played here at Brooks Field at Milton High School. Braintree at 5-11-1. Milton at 9-5-1, so 2 teams in very different spots. It'll be a Braintree free hit just around the midfield mark. No score in the game here early in the first quarter. Carried forward by the Wildcats, who try to take a shot as this one goes towards goal, and Braintree able to steer it wide and now try and clear. It's Graziano, smacks it up the field and clears it all the way past midfield, and the long run to get to it is Mincello. Mincello able to slide past the initial defender, and then Braintree has to give possession back. Pretty good rush up the field by Mincello. At the beginning of the season was Braintree's go-to weapon on offense, but again, goals have not come easily in really the last 10 games. Big reason why Braintree has really struggled. That one is out of bounds. Worked up the field by the Wildcats, going 1-on-3. Able to cut back now and send this one towards goal. Kept in bounds, crossed. Some room here for a shot. Braintree's able to defend it. I'm going to see our first penalty corner of the game. As players get the protective mask back behind the net. Braintree heading into their final game of the season. They were ranked number 25 in the power rankings. Milton, before today's game, ranked pretty high themselves. Actually, looking at the Division II rankings, they're number 17. first goal of the game scored off of the corner by the Wildcats. So that really happened all that quickly. And really a shocking change in this game. Really wasn't much going on prior to that. And all of a sudden the first goal is scored. Braintree finds a way to fall behind again. Penalty corners are one of the main ways teams score in this sport. This one's worked up to midfield. Braintree getting back to the loose ball. On the far side, it's Harvey. Trying to slide it forward. It's Freeman trying to work it in the direction of Mincello. Mincello looking for a shot as the goalie was way out. Got to release a shot here if you're Braintree. Got to challenge the goalie who's coming out pretty far. We're going to get it across Graziano, past the stick of the oncoming Freeman. And now the shot, and just wide on a nice shot in close from Braintree's Downing. Possession stays with Braintree, back at the top of the semicircle. Here in a 1-0 game now in the first quarter, Braintree trailing by a goal. On the backhand, nice little pass that makes its way all the way through some traffic. Trying to turn with it was Riley, and Braintree will see themselves a penalty corner of their own. So down a goal here on the road. Trying to find a creative way to get on the scoreboard and tie this game. It's been a big problem here this season for Braintree, is digging themselves big holes and tough to get out of them. So they don't want to get in high-scoring games. They want to keep it low-scoring. Pass to the top of the semicircle, slid across. Graziano now trying to shoot it, and it goes wide. Didn't really hit that one squarely, which is why it went off to the side. That one turned over by Milton. It's the Wildcats now give the ball back to the visitors as the Womps will take over. Right at the edge of the field. Set to take this free hit for Braintree. It's going to be Downing. Downing with a quick pass. Graziano trying to slide it across. Obviously, when you can use the field to your advantage, just slide it across here on the turf. You're not going to get those tough bounces that you might see on grass. Although many fields now in Division I don't have grass as it is. Very few. So past the halfway point now of this first quarter, as Braintree trying to find a way to get on the scoreboard before the end of the quarter. Had a couple of chances so far. And a lot of it have started with the play of Mincello. Trying to get to the loose ball now. As Freeman neatly passes across. Mincello trying to dance through the defenders. And the ball turns right back. Far side of the field, it's carried, and a whistle against Braintree. Nice takeaway by Mincello. Mincello trying to go through the legs of the defender. It works. Trying a one-man show here. All the way past the defense, and just too many players to get by. Not a good pass at all as Milton gives it away. Shot, and this one deflects, and it hit the foot of Mincello, and it goes back to Milton. It was really a nice rush up the field. Braintree possession. 15 yards away from goal. Graziano goes to the backhand, and that one's slowed down and stopped. Then Graziano trying to get in the way, gets whistled as well. It's carried out now to the midfield mark. Milton dumps it in, trying to chase it down. Defense going to get there for Braintree, at least to slow this rush. Good stick. Braintree will clear it to the sideline. Knocked off of the home team. And Braintree will have it at the 35-yard line. This one deflects towards the middle of the field. Harvey trying to get to it and make that Mincello. And there's going to be another whistle against Braintree. Trying to work it into the middle of the field. Nice takeaway. Riley getting the stick down. That one quickly played back out by the home team, the Wildcats here of Milton High School. This game at Brooks Field. That's where they play football as well. Milton always a very strong football program, or at least it has been really for the last 10-15 years. This one goes out of bounds. And last touch by Braintree. Trying to get the pass across, and it goes out of bounds. This one will be hit out by Braintree's Wilson. Played towards the sideline for Graziano. We're not able to get past the two Milton defenders. They play it back to midfield and further. Along the sideline as Milton brings it right back into the Braintree end. Milton really has dominated the first quarter, but the one goal is the difference. Last touch by Milton. Braintree will have it right at their own bench. Played back into the middle of the field as Braintree goes back to the sideline, and it goes out of bounds. Just a few more opportunities here in this opening quarter before it ends.
You can do Mount Mori hockey that then. Yeah. Like this? Yeah. I was just seeing like when they were struggling with the ball on the opposite end of the field, so I get that. Is that okay? Yes.
Played back out and at midfield, home side of the field. Good strong challenge by McGowan. Braintree still in the playoff picture, assuming the top 32 will make it. But really moved down quite a few slots. And almost certainly going to face one of the top teams in the state. So they have to play a play-in game just to get in. This one down the sideline. And the first quarter comes to a close. So 15 minutes in the books. Braintree trailing by a goal here on the road, as we'll be back for second quarter action in a moment.
Yeah, more to the left.
Welcome back here to second quarter action at Milton High School here in a 1-0 game as the Womps trail by a goal here on the road. Goal coming about 4 minutes in to the opening quarter. Came off of a penalty corner. And this is Braintree's final game of the regular season before playoffs. And it's going to take Braintree to get a little bit of help in the rankings. There's a player hobbled right now for Braintree, and we're going to have an injury timeout here on the field. We'll return in a moment. Play resumes after the injury as Milton will have possession. Braintree down a goal. As able to steal that pass is Freeman. Mancello trying to slide it to the opposite side of the field. See if the home team can add to their lead or if Braintree can find a way to tie this before halftime. Harvey on the far side trying to defend and running after it now deep on their own side of the field as Garrity will get it for the home team or make that for Braintree here on the road. A lot of contact and just possession as Braintree with a little bit of a trip there from Connolly. That one chipped back towards the sideline. Braintree trying to move it down the sideline with Connolly. That's this one trying to be crossed, and it's deflected and out of bounds. This one in the middle of the field. Now shifted to the outside. Looking across again. And smacked across to the opposite post. And a stoppage and another penalty corner. This is the way Milton scored the only goal. Getting set to send this one across. Quick pass as it's slid across. And now Graziano will slide it to the outside, still in bounds. And down the sideline it rolls out. Still a 1-0 game. Milton, though, pressing here for a second. To the far side of the field it goes as Braintree gives it away. A couple of backhanded feeds, and now an opportunity to put this one in the middle of the field, and instead it's another penalty corner. Braintree playing with some fire here. This is already a couple of penalty corners given up in the last couple of minutes. And Milton, obviously a team that wants to score from these spots. Quick pass to the middle. Short range feed. Has this one right in front of the Braintree goal. And this one is going to go right back. And they're going to call it a goal, I believe. They call interference. Something in front of the goal. This is very difficult to read here. For the time being, it is potentially going to be a Milton goal. Or are we going to see a penalty stroke? Maybe that's what we'll see. I don't think anybody really knows what's going on right now. So it's not going to be a goal. Really weird what happened there. Milton was celebrating for a little while. It almost seemed like they were going to be giving a goal there. But we're not down in the field. We have no clue what's being discussed.
So the ball's gonna be right here. Red.
1-0
Red by the
still.
cameraman.
This one is sent down the field and out of bounds. So one's going to roll a while. So Wilson will go for a new ball instead. Right down the sideline. Nice pass. And now some speed here for Mincello. A lot of Milton jerseys back. So Mincello just trying to barrel through all the defenders and get the ball across. As this one's stolen by Downing, and then Downing gives it right back. Both teams doing a pretty nice job keeping their stick on the turf to steal a few passes. So loose around the 20-yard line. And another whistle against Braintree. Past the halfway point now of the second quarter. About 8 minutes or so to go. Here till the halftime break. Whistle against Milton this time. So it'll be Garrity to send this one away. Back on the edge of the field. Braintree in possession again. To the far side of the field. Wildcats continue to dominate here in this first half as far as time of possession is concerned. Braintree's maybe had the ball on the other side of the field, the attacking side, maybe a couple of times in each quarter, but haven't really gotten off a quality shot. I don't think the Milton goalie's had to make a save yet. Obviously, it puts itself in a very tough spot to win a game without any shots on goal. spending so much time defending. Strong battle that time by Braintree. Popped off the foot, and Braintree will play it out. Down the sideline it goes. Cello again, the target of that pass. It'll stay with Braintree. Riley set to hit this one, and sends it all the way down. They didn't give their team a chance there to make a play. That was a little bit too hot to handle along the edge of the field. And now Milton will have it on their own side, right around their own 30. Nice facility here at Brooks Field. Harvey slides the pass across for Graziano here at midfield. Wildcats take it back. Only seen one goal in this game. Came early in the first quarter. And again, the two sides met earlier in the year, back in early September at Braintree High School. And the score of that game was 1-0 in Milton's favor. Same exact situation here. I think in that game it was either the second or third quarter where Milton scored their only goal. That was a long time ago. That was almost a month and a half ago now. That was the game that handed Braintree their first loss of the season, and been kind of spiraling downward since, as far as getting victories are concerned. Considering the record, they actually have a pretty solid ranking as far as the ranking's concerned, but that is the way it's supposed to be. You play tough schedule, you're actually aided by some of that, even if you don't win. Last week, Braintree played Walpole tough for a little while before they blew it open. Lost that one 5-0, but a lot of teams have lost by 10 or more to Walpole this season. Just a few more minutes left here in this first half. Slid down the near sideline. Only player back is Braintree and Wilson. Lets it roll out of bounds and we'll get a free hit. Quick pass. This one makes its way all the way across to Riley. Braintree with their best passing sequence here of the first half. Braintree's going to find themselves a penalty corner. Can they cash in here? Late in this first half. Trying to find the tying goal. Sent up top. Here is Freeman. Freeman trying to get the shot off. Braintree had that shot kind of partially blocked, and Milton will clear it away. Situations like that, you really want a shot through if you're Braintree. Braintree possession now, deep on their own side of the field, around the 30-yard line. This one is out of bounds, and it will go back to Milton. Braintree right now probably a little fortunate to be down just one with the number, or the time of possession at least. Wouldn't say that Milton really has had tons of great scoring chances, but they have had a handful of penalty corners in this game. They've scored on one of them. Trying to send this one across, and it goes wide. Again, clock continues to move. Milton in no rush here, although obviously they want to take a good crack at this one because they're in a good scoring position. Braintree, though, is hoping that this play will slow down. And that one goes out of bounds, and now this first half is just about over. Down the sideline it goes. Milton looking for one last chance here to end this second quarter. Braintree, though, able to take it away. Pass did not work out, though. And that is going to do it here for the first half. So the final whistle and 30 minutes in the books. 1-0 the score, as we'll be back for third quarter action here on BCAM TV in a moment.
I'm Mayor Erin Joyce, and I'd like to tell you about some important projects we're working on here in Braintree to improve the quality of our local water bodies and to protect our town from the dangers of flooding and stormwater runoff. Stormwater runoff is the water generated from rain and snowmelt that flows over hard surfaces and does not soak into the ground. Stormwater runs through a system of pipes in the street and into our local water bodies, such as the Cochado River, Farm River, Manatequit River, and Sunset Lake. In Braintree, we have a separate sewer system. So what does that mean? That means that there are actually two separate pipes in most streets that carry stormwater and sanitary sewer separately. So when it rains and water washes into our catch basin system, it ties into the stormwater system, which transports water to our water bodies. Over the past 5 years, the town of Braintree has been working hard to maintain and improve our stormwater drainage systems. Now, we're constructing retrofits to the drainage system. These drainage retrofits use the natural process of infiltration to improve water quality and reduce potential flooding in our neighborhoods. At Plain Street Cemetery, we're constructing a bioretention basin. What that is right before the water, which today runs piped to the Manatequit River. This project intercepts that pipe before it goes and discharges into the river. And it creates a place for the water to go first, which is the bioretention basin. And in that basin, plants and engineered soils will filter the water so that that water that's coming off of the neighborhood right now, unfiltered, untreated, will be collected into a rain garden, and that provides a lot of pollution control before the water ultimately makes it to the Manatequit River.
I'm Rachel Horak. I live here in Braintree, and I'm the president of Sustainable Braintree. We think of ways that we can help our residents of Braintree live healthier lives that are in better harmony with our planet. Bioretention basin at the cemetery site is part of an overall project to expand the Braintree Cemetery. And this project will not impact current burial sites, nor will it impact future burial sites. After the bioretention basin is constructed, we add native plants that help filter out the pollutants so that the water is a little bit cleaner. Some of the ways that residents can help are reduce the amount of fertilizers that you use on your lawn, picking up pet waste, reducing the amount of garbage in our streets, and also raking the catch basins that you might see on the roadways.
To pay for these projects, we're leveraging grants from the Mass DEP, the U.S. Environmental Protection Agency, and the Metropolitan Area Planning Council. As a Braintree resident, you should know that the town is actively working on projects that help improve the water quality in our water bodies. With your help and these projects, we will help filter pollution and keep Braintree's rivers, lakes, and streams beautiful for years to come.
Back here at Milton High School, start of the third quarter, Braintree down a goal. Mike Wasserman the coverage here on BCAM TV as we're underway here in the second half. Only goal of this game coming back early in the first quarter. Milton has a 1-goal lead. Kind of a weird sequence about halfway through that second quarter where it looked like there may have been a goal awarded, but referee with a signal that I don't think either side really knew what was going on. Milton was celebrating at one point, but it never ended up going for a goal. Pretty good work by the Braintree defense, but they will be facing some firepower on the other side now. Milton trying to get one here early in this third quarter. Right in front of the goal as this one just goes wide on the back post. You haven't seen a ton of shots in this game as a whole, but most of the shots have come from Milton. Just one has made its way into the goal. Backhanded feed, Braintree with a couple of sticks in there to slow it down. Braintree now will force it out. Up to midfield as they work it that way. Graziano stays with Braintree. See if they can convert here on one of these chances. Haven't had the ball much on the visiting side. Visiting side in Braintree as far as their offense is concerned. Looks like they got to get themselves a penalty corner in this situation. So the Womps trying to take advantage. This is just their second penalty corner of the game. Milton's had at least 3 or 4. Looks like Connolly actually not gonna be Connolly. It's gonna be Harvey to send this one. A couple of players up top. Generally the middle of the field is where you want to go with it. Braintree with a couple of quick passes. And they will do it again. Really wasn't much going on that initial chance. See if Braintree can refocus here and get the ball in the proper spot. Gonna move it to the other side of the field now. Hoping that that'll make a difference in scoring. Moved across by Mincello as Freeman trying to dig away through traffic. And Braintree will get their 3rd consecutive penalty corner. Got to find a way to get off a quality shot. imagine Braintree is desperate to score one here. Obviously still quite a bit of time left in the game, but haven't had many chances to shoot in this game. This is one of them. Pass across. Here's Graziano. That one deflected in front, and they score. It is Freeman who deflected that one in, and Braintree has the tying goal. There hasn't been a ton to cheer about over the last month or so for this field hockey team, but able to get the tying goal here early in this third quarter. Far side of the field. Braintree now plays it across. Trying to use the middle. And possession changes to the outside. Down the sideline. Pretty good defense played. So both goals in this game coming early in a quarter. Milton's goal coming early in the first. Braintree's goal coming early here in this third quarter. That was a dangerous hit up around the face of Wilson. They even made contact. Sent across the field. The Braintree defense again is there. Dish back by Stones. Trying to clear is Graziano. Both teams have scored off of penalty corners in this game, which really isn't a surprise in this sport. Obviously, it's like having a power play, except you don't have 2 minutes worth of time to try and score. It's more of a, you have a player up situation where the other team has to bring their entire team from midfield once the ball is played. Passes. Now this one's sent across. We'll change back to Braintree. Wildcats having it right on the Braintree 30. Have any more goals left in this game? We've seen plenty of opportunities in this third quarter to score more goals, and we're going to see a penalty corner now for the home team. Team in red, Milton. Braintree has to give the proper yardage, and they may actually be warned here. If they get another warning, they would get a yellow card. This one rolls out of bounds. So Milton giving up the tying goal here early in this third quarter. Braintree and Milton now deadlocked at 1. Braintree really would like to win this final regular season game. put them in better spirits heading into the awaited postseason configuration. Nice pass down the sideline. Last touch by Milton. Braintree has it just shy of midfield.
I do have a dog. Pitbull.
Right along the edge of the field.
Side. Family dog.
Whistle going against Braintree. Trying to move it through the middle. All the way back to the last line of defense. Dangerous opportunity here as Mancello jumps in front of it. A chance to go ahead. Goalie way out, makes the save. Braintree keeping the pressure on. Here is Connolly. Slides the pass across. That was really not a good turnover at all by Milton, who gave Braintree a golden chance, but Mancello could not get it through the goalie. As good of a scoring chance as you're going to get in a game for a talented scorer. But Mancello trying to go through the goalie's legs, maybe an extra deep to the outside, and able to find a little bit more room. Looking for a shot in front. Braintree defending pretty well here. Much better third quarter here for Braintree, who really didn't get much going in that first half. But now starting to feel a little bit of energy from that goal they scored here early in this third quarter. Certainly felt rejuvenating. Dangerous hit as Braintree gets it back. Freeman sends it all the way down and wide. Freeman right now has the tying goal for Braintree. Just a few more minutes left in this third quarter. Braintree's really played well in this third quarter. Mancello called for the infraction, which was pretty good stick work. Thought maybe Braintree was going to get another turnover. Right down the sideline, it goes out of bounds. Down the field it goes, and Braintree gives it away. Not a good spot to give the ball away on this side of the field. And if you're not familiar with this sport, clock runs the entire time except on timeouts and of course on an injury. And right after a goal before it's put back in play. You see a lot of wasted time, especially in situations where the ball goes so far down the field, just like it does in soccer. But they do have balls along the sidelines and back behind the net that the teams can use to try and speed things up. Right in the middle of the field, inside the 15. Braintree looking to clear it, and they're able to do so. As Freeman sends it in the direction of Mancello. Mancello stops at a dime, makes the stop, and now trying to work it through two players. Gets the call in her favor. All the way down the field it goes. Long run after it, as this one's going to stay in bounds. Reflecting off the stick of Downey. Make it Downing. Right down the sideline. Connolly loses possession. Freeman, who has the only goal for Braintree in this game, trying to slide it down the field. Out in front has Mancello looking to the opposite post. Right along the edge of the field. Braintree watching carefully. Milton in a vulnerable spot. Deep in their own territory. Out of bounds and Braintree possession. Right outside of the 30-yard line. Pass makes its way to Mancello. Looking across. Had it broken up neatly. Braintree ball. Trying to slide it across again. And that is going to do it for the third quarter. So Braintree able to provide themselves some offense. They score the tying goal on the strike by Freeman early in the third as we head to the fourth quarter in a 1-1 game. Welcome back here to Brooksfield at Milton High School. Start of the fourth quarter. Mike Watson bringing the coverage here in a 1-1 game. Heading into the final 15 minutes of action. Milton scored first back in the opening quarter. Braintree scoring the tying goal in the third quarter by Freeman. See how this one shakes out. Two teams met earlier back in September, and it was Milton with a 1-0 victory in that game. So yet again, the two sides playing each other close for the second meeting of the season. This is the last regular season game for Braintree. Standing at 5-11-1. Last game of the year for playoffs. This one shuffled across, and Braintree trying to get off a shot. Ball is loose in front. Braintree keeps the pressure on. Ball still loose. And a whistle against Milton. Ball now free. Slid across by Connolly. Now Downing trying to get it free. And the whistle goes against Braintree this time. Thought maybe we're going to see a penalty corner. Not the case. Rolling towards the sideline, kept in bounds. Down the sidelines and out of bounds. Right at midfield. Trying to clear it down the sideline and able to do so. It's Mancello now finds a loose ball. It's back inside. As Connolly to her left goes that way. And the whistle will stop play for a moment. It's going to give the ball back to the Wildcats. Been a couple of minutes now here into this fourth quarter. Neither side has scored yet, but we are in a 1-1 game now. The next goal probably going to win this game if we see another one. Down the sideline. Ball still in play. Another one out of bounds. Ball back around the 42. Wilson just hits the ball all the way down the field. It goes out of bounds. Still quite a bit of time left here in this fourth quarter. On the far side, as this one is forced in the middle of the field. Braintree defense with multiple layers there, and we got to see a penalty corner early in this fourth quarter with a chance for the home team to take the lead again. Pressure by Braintree. And this one's worked back down the field. And it will be Braintree possession now, as it's moved by Graziano out as far as the 46 and all the way to midfield, but the ball hits a player and moves back onto the Braintree side of the field. Either side has used a timeout in this game.
I mean, I'm not like one for traveling.
Wrestle against Braintree again. They have to give up the proper yardage. And Braintree will defend another corner. Second already here of this fourth quarter. And every single time that we see a corner, but 30 seconds comes off the clock before the ball is put in play. Dangerous challenge out top. And Braintree gets a gift here. They will get the ball back. Actually, we're going to see another corner. Excuse me. Actually, we're going to see Braintree possession. Certainly would have been a gift if Braintree had the ball now. Back post and deflected. And now possession changes. Played away by Riley. To the sideline. It's Braintree again. Trying to work it off their own side of the field. They spent a lot of that third quarter moving it on the Milton side of the field, but again, starting this fourth quarter, more of the same from the opening half, where Braintree has been on defense. Great opportunity here. Braintree blocks the shot. Finally, Braintree gets a call in their favor here. About halfway through now. Fourth quarter of this game. Still tied at 1. Trying to slide it across the field. jumps into play. The other whistle goes against him. On the backhand, looking for a shot. An aggressive stick by Braintree, but again, they will see themselves defending a corner again. Sure, Braintree's getting tired of spending this time defending these corners, but it's going to be tough if they keep giving up corners. A matter of time before Milton will score. Sent to the top of the semicircle, quick pass. Return feed, good opportunity here as Braintree blocks, and then they will set up again to redo it. And imagine some frustration starting to build up here for Braintree as they've had to defend multiple corners already here in this fourth quarter. And in a tie game, that's the last spot you want to be. Not specifically a must-win game, but certainly one Braintree, if they could win, would help themselves in the power rankings. It's the last regular season game. Wildcats have it. Back up over the midfield mark. Our side of the field. Find its way. Braintree with a 2-on-2 opportunity, but Michello could not catch that one cleanly. Multiple whistles. Just trying to get the proper spotting here on the field. Possession changing back to Braintree here with ball at the 40. Not that much time left here in this fourth quarter, but still enough time for either side to score and go ahead to win. Slowed down by Braintree and then back into the middle of the field it goes. Wildcats not giving it up here. Excellent defense by Connolly. Trying to get it over to Freeman, and that pass is broken up. Connolly, though, playing pretty strong defense here, getting a stick in there. Chipped right back into the Braintree defensive side. Trying to get it past Wilson. And now Graziano will clear. Ball is right outside of the 40. All the way out at the 45. Braintree now up over midfield. Freeman looking ahead. Here does Braintree have a chance? It's Mincello. Slides to the far side. Stones. Good opportunity here for Braintree. Trying to get off a shot. Trying to go ahead. And possession changes back. There's not much time left here in this game. Milton will have the ball deep on their own side of the field, right around the 15. Braintree keeps the pressure on. Can Braintree find a way? So again, Braintree. Nice little cutback, getting through the legs of the oncoming Connolly. Braintree forced it right back out. Opportunity to move it up the field. Stones. Opportunity in front as the goal is open, and somehow that one stays out. Braintree very, very fortunate. That was the best save we've seen in this game, and that was Byrne, who made the biggest stop of the game to this point. But Milton still has the ball right at the 25. Braintree playing it in a more difficult spot now, using the middle of the field. Not where you want to go with it, and Milton scores the go-ahead goal after Braintree really played it in a bad spot on the field. You never want to use the middle, especially late in the quarter, and Braintree pays for that mistake. As Milton has gone ahead 2-1 late in this fourth quarter. That is very, very frustrating. And I'm sure head coach CeCe Hodgkin's not very happy with her team making a mistake like that. Every sport, middle of the field is always danger zone, especially on your own side. Braintree trying to find a late goal here to tie it. Otherwise, they're going to drop a heartbreaker here on the road. Certainly deserved to get a tie from this one. This fourth quarter has been outplayed. Milton has had all the chances. Back on the Braintree end. Running out of time. Slid back up the field. Here's Braintree looking for a miracle. All at midfield. And that is the ball game. So Braintree cannot come from behind as they drop this one in the fourth quarter by the score of 2-1. We were tied for the entire pretty much 15 minutes, but Braintree could not come away with anything as they lose this one now, fall to 5-11-1, as that's the way they're 5-12-1 as Braintree's regular season comes to an end. As that'll conclude our coverage of this one. Thank you for watching. On behalf of Dave Maybrook, our camera person, I'm Mike Wassel. We'll see you next time.